Hello. Okay, next tutorial. This time I'm meant to be dressed up as a bloody skull, or the Grim Reaper, depending on how you look at it. It's actually probably one of my more simple makeups because it only took me about 2 hours to do this. I say only, but yeah, it's all relative. It's a super fun makeup to do. I know I've done a few skull makeups in the past already, but usually they have their own like character. Like, you know, I've got my ghost pirate, I've got my vampire bat, I've got my steampunk skull, but they all had their own little genre. But I don't think I've done just a generic skull, so I thought it might be fun to do that. So yeah, if you'd like to know how to recreate this makeup, stay tuned. Okie dokie, so the very first step is going to be talking to you about the prosthetic that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be using this foam latex skull prosthetic, which is in 2 pieces. I'm also going to be popping on a latex bald cap, which to be honest isn't absolutely vital because I'm going to be having a hood as well, so it's really up to you. It depends how far back you want the hood of the costume really. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be using one just to make the look a little bit more complete. So the foam latex piece that I'm going to be using is this fabulous skeleton piece. I actually got it from Mostlydead.com. I'll pop that link on the screen there if you wanted to check them out. Also, side note, if you did check them out and wanted to buy something from them, if you enter the code Pinkstylist20 at checkout, you get 20% off your first order, which is pretty bloody fabulous if I do say so myself. So this is what the actual piece looks like once it's out of the packaging. It's a fabulous 2-piece, as I said, and the edges are beautifully thin, so it's going to be really fun to blend. It's quite a relatively small piece as well, which is nice, so it's not going to cover too much of the face, so it shouldn't be too restrictive. And as I always like to mention whenever I use Mostlydead prosthetics, they are part of my affordable effects series where I take a relatively inexpensive foam latex prosthetic between about $20 to $40 and I make something fun out of it. Yeah. So I'll talk more about how to apply the prosthetic later, but for now I'm going to pop on my latex bald cap. So I'll pop a link on the screen right there. That link will take you straight to a video that I did in the past to teach you guys how to pop on a bald cap, just so I don't have to recover it in this video, as always. So I'm going to go pop on my bald cap and we'll go from there. So there we are. So once I applied my bald cap, I went around my ears as well because a skull with ears is a little bit weird. I also applied about 3 layers of liquid latex to the edge of my bald cap just to blend off the seam. So then I can talk to you about how to apply these prosthetics. So I'm going to take the top half first, and I'm going to take some Prosthetic, which is just a prosthetic adhesive. It's just really nice and really strong. And taking a cotton bud and a small amount of the Prosthetic, I'm going to apply that in the centre of the first prosthetic, and then the corresponding area, so on my nose. Then after waiting a few seconds so it gets tacky, I can press the middle part of the prosthetic down over my nose, and then apply some more Prosthetic going away from my face, and then pressing down the rest of the prosthetic going away from my face, just so that everything else lines up. And the same applies for the jaw piece, so I can stick the middle part of it down and then press it away. So I'm just going to go do that. So then, once everything's all stuck down, I can take some more Prosthetic on a cotton bud and I can start rolling away on the edges. That'll work to not only seal the edges off, but blend them out. So just go really slow and apply it in a rolling motion away from the edge. So then, once all the edges are nicely blended, we can start colouring in the actual prosthetic. So I'm going to take a Superstar watercolour. This is in Ivory. I didn't want to do white because I just want to make this a lot more rustic looking. So I'm just going to take this colour and apply that over the prosthetic. So as you can see, I also applied the colour that I applied on the prosthetic to this part of my bald cap. I didn't bother going too far back because that's going to be covered in black. I also didn't apply it to the bottom half of my face because that's going to be coloured in black watercolour as well. So moving on to the black watercolour, I'm going to take one by Superstar and I'm going to start applying that to the inside area of this part of the prosthetic, and then I can work out a general shape after that. Then I can take the same black watercolour and colour in the nose area and the eye sockets. Then I'm going to take a Makeup Forever Flash palette, but you don't really need the palette, you just need the black cream. And I'm going to take that black cream and I'm going to apply that to the edge of the eye sockets and then blend them out ever so slightly, not massively, about ½ centimetre. I can then do the same process with the black cream and apply it into the temples of the prosthetic and then blend it away. Making sure though to keep these edges here as dark as possible just so it looks as hollow as it can be. Then I can take the black cream again and I can start applying that in all of the cracks around this prosthetic and in the hollow areas. I'm not going to focus too much on making it particularly perfect because it's going to be covered in a lot of blood at the end. So just make sure that any lines that you have drawn are completely blended away. Then I'm going to take a white Superstar watercolour and I'm going to start colouring in the teeth. Then, going back to the black cream, I'm going to apply that on the top and bottom sections of the teeth and then blend it towards the centre. Okay, so it just makes them look a little bit more three-dimensional. So then I can take the Superstar black watercolour and apply that underneath the jaw and my chin and just blend that away ever so slightly. So there we are, so the colour just ends at the jawline. I also changed my mind about colouring in the back of my head in the black colour. I ended up continuing the ivory colour back. I just think it will make more sense with the whole shape of the head. Then, to break up the complexion, to add a bit more texture into the makeup, I'm going to take some black hairspray and using this and spraying at an arm's distance, obviously breathe in first and close your eyes before you do it, and I'm going to pass over the entire makeup once or twice, just spackling the colour. As always, I'm going to do this off camera outside just so there's more ventilation. Just remember not to hold the nozzle down too hard, you just want a light spackling of colour. So there we are, it just adds a whole new element to the look. So then I can take some MAC Black Fluid Line, which is just a cream that's safe for the waterline of your eyes. And I'm just going to apply that in the top and bottom waterlines of both my eyes just to make the eyes extra dark and to get rid of any hint of skin tone. So there we are, so now technically you could really be finished. You could paint the rest of your neck black and just have a skeleton makeup, which is absolutely fine, but I started this makeup with the main goal of covering it in blood, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my favourite fake blood, which is by Superstar. This is their stage blood. And to apply that, I'm going to use a regular paintbrush that's got really stiff bristles. So I've dipped my paintbrush in the blood, and then I can dip it in some water to loosen it up, and then I can spray it all over the face. So it's really up to you how much you use. I'm going to start really lightly and then add more to it as I go along. Okie dokie, bloody skull. So now it's really important just to let the blood fall down on its own, make its own way down, because otherwise if you start manipulating the direction that it's going in, it will just mess the whole thing up. So it's best just to let everything fall down, everything dry in place, that way it'll look more natural. For the final step, I did it off camera, which is to take some more black hairspray and just to spray lightly around my neck, just so it matches the same overall tone. I was going to paint it completely black, but it wouldn't join in with the whole face very well, I didn't think. So instead I've just made it really messy and charred. So then the final step is to pop in some contact lenses, pop on a costume, and I do believe we're done. And there we go. That's my look, officially complete. So I finished the look off by popping in 2 Scalera contact lenses that I got from ScaleraXL.com. I'll pop that link in the description bar below. I popped on these fabulous skeleton gloves that I know I've used a few times now, but I absolutely love them. I got them from buycostumes.com. That'll be in the description bar below as well. And of course, I popped on this black cloak, which you can get at most party shops. So the only thing missing really would be kind of a scythe. It depends if this is meant to be like a Grim Reaper makeup or not. I didn't really set out to do that, but it kind of does look like that. Unfortunately, for the life of me, I cannot find my scythe. That isn't a joke. I genuinely have one. I don't know where it went. So you'll have to make do with this. Yeah. Pointy. Actually, I can't decide if I like this one or this one best. Let's go with both of them. Yeah. So yeah, that's my tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, please make sure to, you know, the usual. Rate, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time. Bye guys.